going on, everybody? We are back, and first of all, sorry for the delay in content. I promise you we've still been at it. Just had a little bit of, personal things that have been in the way and taking most of my time. My little one is in baseball, and that's taking an obscene amount of our time. But we have still been at it. We're going to pick this video up where we left off on the last one. I traded a friend of mine for a bunch of goodies, and one of them being the Arc Titan. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. That's what I'm really excited to show you guys for this video. Alright guys, before I open up the Titan, I'm going to have to clear this table. As you can see, I still have to find a home for this Omega Prime. And yeah, actually something else that's exciting. While shopping at Ross, I happened to find another 2001 Autobot. This is Autobot Sideburn, and just another collection to the 2001 RID. Let's see, what else do we got? I have kept up with the Age of the Prime stuff. I do have the combiners. I'm really excited to try to complete this. Definitely am hoping to get doubles. As of right now, I only have one of each, but this is something I want to have multiples of. We also have kept up with all of the 13 primes. I do have them all at the moment. Megatron is being the newest one to the edition. We also happen to have picked up this Optimus Prime from the Bayverse that goes with our Grimlock. I was passing on this one for a little while, but they started showing up a little less and less, and I just figured I needed to add it to the collection since we had the Grimlock. But we're going to go ahead and clear this table. Before we do, I have one. This is kind of unrelated, but also something that I'm excited for. We happen to pick up the G2 universe of Breakdown. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go for the G1 version, being that it's so expensive. But I do have all the pieces that I need right now to complete the Menasor. So as you can see, I've got the other two combiners in the back right there. And we'll save that for a video for another day. But like I said, guys, I do have a lot of stuff to show you that I'm super excited. We're just going to have to start opening and just get to it. Alright guys, so here is the Autobot Arc Titan. Now, true story about this one is I happen to also have a second one that you can kind of see in the back over there. My best friend and I happened to both pick these up from Best Buy at some point when they were on sale. So I did not pay the Titan price for the original that I currently have. And my best friend ended up with two of them. So when we traded, I just said, all right, well, give me the one that you have with the worst box. And not that the box is bad, but Best Buy went and put the sticker right on the front. So we both really just kind of did not have a affinity for this box. So I took it off his hand and I said, all right, I'm going to open this and I'm going to keep one sealed. So yeah, that's going to be our big opening for today. But on a side note, around the time that they were doing the 40-year anniversary read, I don't know if any of you guys happen to see that, but they got the original cast from episode 1, and they basically did a table read of the first episode. Now, I happen to work at the facility where they shot that table read, and when they were all done wrapping up, Hasbro left a lot of open boxes of Transformers that they had put on display for the voice actors. And as I was cleaning up and getting rid of some of the garbage, and some of that was a bunch of open Transformers boxes, before I threw them away, I started just going through the trash. And when I came across an open Arc at that time, I came up on a set of blast effects. So I don't think anybody paid attention. I don't think anybody really cared. They just took the Arc out to put on the table, and they put the box in a pile of trash to basically be thrown away. So when the time came to wrap up the shoot, I happened to come up on this extra set of blast effects that I have had for quite some time now. So I'm pretty excited to get this opened up and, have an extra set of blast effects, as I've heard people from previous reviews say that they would like an extra set, especially with the, you know, the exhaust, the vents, whatever you call it, but the back of the ship. So we're going to go ahead and get this open, and yeah, let's go ahead and see what this looks like. All right, so like usual, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it open. We'll slide it out and just, you know, go for it. Excuse me if it leaves the frame. This is a big box, and I'm running out of space on this table. Shouldn't be too hard. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Here it comes. Here it comes. Actually really excited about this because I've been holding on to it for I don't even know how many years now that it's just been on display on my shelf. But this adds to our Titan collection now, and to be honest, I think this makes it 5, 6. I'd have to double count to get back, but I am aiming to have them all, so we'll see what, we'll see how this goes. All right, so there is the ship. That's pretty cool. As you can see on the top of the box over here, those are the blast effects. So like I said, I've got doubles of them. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this out the box. All right, guys, so here it is out of the box. I actually have it on the landing gear right now, so I can just have it on display and, you know, pan around it for you guys. It's a very nice piece, I must say. I've been waiting to open it for so long, so I'm actually really glad that no matter how long it's taken, I actually, you know, have finally opened it. I think the detail is very nice. They have some paint applications to show, you know, like the weathered conditions of the ship. I like how they have the Autobot symbols on it, and it's not just a sticker. It's actually, you know, painted on the ship. I got the little minifig Optimus Prime that comes in the box. It's opened inside the cockpit. I don't think you can see it from here, but this is pretty cool. You can see there's some really nice detail inside. So I think this was actually, for as long as it's taken, a very nice figure. I'm most excited. I want to transform it into robot mode. When we got into Transformers at the very beginning, I can't recall how old my son was. It's been a few years now, but we got into it around the time that the Netflix series was airing, and that was kind of it for us. I was a fan of it. I don't know, you know, how well it was perceived. I hear mixed reviews about it, but that was kind of what started it for us. So this was one of the figures in the collection that I had got kind of early. Was one of my first figures that, you know, obviously because of the price, was one of my first steps in toy collecting, spending a premium price like that. So once we got it, I had, I don't know, I don't want to say buyer's remorse, but I was scared to open it because of the value. But now I've come across a second one, and I still have our original one in the back over there. And I'm actually really excited to add this to our Titan class collection. So the only thing I'll show you that's an addition that I did, like I said, I had double blast effects. And so I thought that on display looks really nice. What I will say is that the ports in the back of the thrusters or exhaust, whatever you want to call them, they're not very deep. So if you move it or grab it the wrong way, they will fall out pretty easily. But I mean, it still holds on pretty tight, so it's not really the end of the world. I had a blast effect from one of our Target Masters that fits on a few of these ports, so you can have some fun with that. But now we're gonna go ahead and get it in robot mode. Alright guys, so here is the Titan class Autobot art in robot mode. I really like this figure. It was technically one of my, or probably the first Titan I ever purchased, but one of the very last that we decided to open. I am glad that I do have a second, or a sealed version of it. Here we've got the Autobot mainframe in robot mode as well. Let me see if I can get this turned around. I do have the accessories still attached to it. They're so small, I know I'm going to end up taking them off and putting them away that way. there's no chance of losing them. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I know it's been a while. I'm going to start cranking them out. Baseball season for us is officially over, so stay tuned.